Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie Jessica. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Well, December. It's our December TBR, so we're close enough to Christmas. So that is what you guys are getting today.
I will just say I do not actually have any holiday themed books, I don't think, on my list. So if you're someone that does not like holiday books or you don't celebrate, even though I'm decked out, my TBR does not reflect the way I look or my bookshelf right now.
No, I think I have one, but that's about it. So, because
out of the both of us, mine in November.
out of the two of us, one of us gets a little more festive than the other, and one of us reads a lot more of these, but it's not this one.
I wonder who it could be.
I'm shocked. So, all right, so these are the 15 books that we each have on our TBRs. But before we do that, what would you like to tell the lovely people?
Well, first, I want to say if you're watching this on the day it comes out and you celebrate, happy Thanksgiving. We are very thankful for you, our subscribers and our viewers. So thank you.
Yeah. We're still thankful for you if you don't watch it on the day that it comes out, though.
Oh, yes. I just meant because that did sound bad. I meant because it's Thanksgiving. But yes. So if you're watching this after Thanksgiving, we hope you had a great Thanksgiving and that you got to eat all the food that you wanted to eat. If you don't celebrate, we are still thankful for you. Yes. If you're watching this on a different day, we are still thankful for you.
Yes.
I did not mean to be misleading. I just think like it's coming
out. I was just giving you a hard time. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Comment below what's going on your TBR for the month of December, but that subscribe button will help you be entered to win our giveaways, and we have one coming up really quickly, so stay tuned on how I think we're going to do another Google form because that worked really well for us in being able to communicate back to you, because usernames don't always reflect who people are or how to communicate with them. So anyways, but before we jump into our TBR, I do want to talk about a book that's on Jessica and I's TBR. That's not on our physical TBR this month, but it is on our TBR, and that is Undeniable by Daisy Jane. This is going to be our buddy read for... My cat is locked out of the room, and so she's got her paw going under the cover, and she was able to get into like my wrapping paper is right. You can leave this in if people want to know how crazy my household is, but my wrapping paper station is like hung on the wall, so it's very close to the door. So she put her paw underneath the door and grabbed some tissue paper off the rack. It is trying to drag it out.
Sounds about right.
So pardon the noises. Okay, back to this. This is our buddy read for the month of December. It will be on our channel live on December 15th at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Okay. So we would love for you to read this book with us and join us for the live show. We, since it's on our channel this month, we did this with Amber and Jen. And so when it's our turn, we come up with some suggestions and then we all agree. And so I was like, ooh, we really should read a Daisy Jane book. What about Undeniable by Daisy Jane? Because I've had it on my shelf to read. And Jessica's like, yeah, because nothing says Christmas like Mom's ex-boyfriend. So we are reading Undeniable. So we'll hope you will join us for the live show. Even if you can't join us for the live show, we still hope you'll read the book, and you can always tune back in to the recording and comment there as well. Okay. So live show. TBR for December. Okay. Let's dive in.
Let's do this. Okay, so let's start off with our new releases and audio releases for the month. At least that's how mine stated. Yours is probably in order by date. Mine is never, so sorry, it's chaotic. But the first book I have on my TBR is Baby Cakes by S.J. Tilley. This is a bind up of it's like a, what does she call it? It's a 3-part series bind up. So they were all out there individually and now they're all bound up. But it sounds like it's the same story throughout the book. Like this is the same characters. But this is, it looks like it's an age gap. And he is, it's a baking contest and he is definitely a daddy. So it's a Christmas baking contest. We're going for it. It's the only Christmas one I think I have.
Oh, we didn't say how we did in November.
Oh, let's do that. Just reverse it a little bit. In November, I had the numbers. I read 7, but I picked up 2 from the previous month. So 9 total, yes. Better than the 4 from October. How did you do? Did you hit all 15?
I got 14.
Oh, you're so close.
Yes. The only one I didn't end up reading, and I want to read it so badly, but I'm in a little bit of a dilemma on when to do it, is The Pucking Around Quarterback by C.R. Jane. I really wanted to order the paperback, and she said that it's coming, but she can't quite talk about it yet. So something big must be coming with it. I don't know what. And so I just have not gotten to that one yet. And I was like, oh, what do I do? Do I wait for this paperback or should I just go ahead and read it? And I haven't decided yet. I did pick up several more though from previous months. I don't remember exactly how many, but I do know I went back and hit some more.
And one of mine got moved to later this month. So in December. So that affected that too. But okay. All right. So
I was really proud of myself.
You did a great job. I am very proud of you. So, okay. So I did my first one. What is your first book?
Okay. My first book is called Finding Out by Jenny Barra. She's going to be a new to me author on December 1st that comes out. And this is about Ren, who is a curator for her best friend's dad. And also her dad's best friend.
Okay.
Did you follow that?
Yes, I did.
So double taboo is happening here. And yeah, they're going to get snowed in together.
Sounds good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Sounds like a fun time to be had by all. Okay. So the next book that I have on my list is a book by Summer O'Toole. When we did that, what were those ones called?
The DNF series.
The DNF series. She was a new to us author then, and we really enjoyed her book. And so when I saw that she had this out and this was coming out, I was like, I'm going to grab it. So this is the second book in a duet. I'm going to read the first book as well, which is on here. But the second book comes out on December 1st. Oh, by the way, S.J. Tilley's comes out on December 10th. I think I forgot to say that. But Summer O'Toole's comes out on December 1st. It is the second book, but it is called The Omega Files, and it is a dark Omegaverse. So you guys know I love me some dark Omegaverse, so I'll read both of them this month.
Right up your alley.
Right up my alley. And I really loved the book that Summer O'Toole wrote. So
yeah, that was a good one.
Yes.
All right, the next book is one that I've been waiting for since the end of March, and that is Neva Altai's next book, Sweet Prison. It's book number 10 in the Perfectly Imperfect series, and this is our stepbrother. So excited. So we have Massimo and Zahara, I think is how you say her name. He's been in prison. They have some sort of connection together, and he's now going to be getting out of prison. Cannot wait.
Okay. I know, because I'm currently listening to the book before that, and it's mentioning that right now. So
yeah,
done for that.
Okay, there's some revelations that are coming in that book that really set this
impact that one. Yeah,
yes,
I'm not that far into it yet. But. So the next book I have for my TBR is The Wild Wolf's Rejected Mate by Kate C. Wells. This is I think number 6 in her 5-pack series. This is about Annie. This is her story. We've met her in the first book. And this obviously is shifter, guys, if you haven't figured that out. But she was rejected by her mate. She suffers from severe anxiety, and he rejected her and took off. And now he's back. He's crossing the borderlands. He's from a different pack, so it's a thing. And this is going to be their story. I love this series, so I'm here for it. So, and that will be out on the 26th of December.
Okay.
Okay.
My next one is Vegas Aces Bases Loaded by Lisa Suzanne. And this is the complete audio for all 5 books will be done on December 17th. And this is Danny and Alexis's story. Alexis is a singer. Her manager is her boyfriend and her agent is her dad. So she's really kept under lock and key kind of. And he plays for the Vegas Aces. She comes to sing at one of their games and he falls for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited for that one.
So the next book that I have on my list comes out on December 27th, and it is called Ruffled Feathers, and it's by Grace McGinty. And this is an Omegaverse rom-com. So I don't know much about it because I've been trying to like ignore it because I know I'm going to read it no matter what, and I want to be surprised when I go into it. But Grace said she tried to write it seriously. She tried even to write dark, but it doesn't work. It always comes out as a rom-com, and she's the only one that I'll read that does that. So yay! Except the 27th is a big day in my household, so I probably have to get to it on the 27th, unfortunately.
She cranks those babies out a lot.
She quit her job a couple years ago, her full-time job, to write full-time. So she's able to crank them out more often now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. My next one is an audio release, but I'm not sure. I think the book might be coming out at the same time, but I could be wrong. So I'm sorry if I am. It's Devious Vow by Jagger Cole.
Mm-hmm.
And they're enemies, and now she works for him. And she almost ruined his life somehow back in college. This is dark mafia with, and I quote from like the blurb, "Look at her and I'll unalive you" energy.
Cool. Yeah. I love your sexy voice you've got going on right now.
You're mean.
It really cracked there for a second. So it is hot. It really is.
Puberty is hard, okay?
I love it. I guess I lied at the beginning of our video. I have 2 Christmas books on here. I have 2.
Really?
Are you surprised?
Yes, because I really have none.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like I jump up to read them. So this is darker, I think. I know it is. So this is called Slaying the Holidays, and it is by Beatrix Hollow. This is December. It was supposed to be a December 2nd release. They bumped it back to December 8th this week. So this is about a female therapist who is our heroine and her patient who is going through a divorce. He is described as a DILF. And she tells him to take up extracurricular activities, which he thinks that means homicide. So, nothing says Christmas like that kind of stuff. So, woohoo! Here we go.
All right. Okay. My next one is a release that's coming out on December 27th. It's Undeniably Married by Jay Shaman.
Oh, I'm going to be all messed up. No, because there's no H. You don't say the H. Saman. I think it's Saman.
Saman. Okay.
She told us in Vegas, but this is really hard.
Yeah.
Even I have a hard time with it.
I know. I think I said it comes out on December 27th. She runs out on her wedding and she wakes up married to the much younger quarterback, and she's going to end up preggers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the next book I have on my list was one that I've had on my TBR, is one that I've had for several months on my TBR, and it kept getting bumped back and it kept getting bumped back. So if you guys remember, I wanted to read The Chrysalis of Aurelia George by B.B. Reed. Well, they put it off until December. So now it is coming out on December 10th, but it has a new title now, and it is called Crucible by B.B. Reed. So this is a why choose. It is a plane crashes type situation, and she's in the wilderness, and she finds she gets stranded. She's like America's sweetheart, and she gets stranded, and it's a thing. I don't care. She's stranded in Canada and snowed in and hot. I'm good. I'm good. I'm here for it. Yeah. So again, December 10th.
Okay. Then this is my last new release for the month. It's coming out on December 31st, Mr. Broody by Piper Rain. This is the next book in the Nest series. So at the end of Mr. Heartbreaker, we see Henry, the guys are all together, and Tweety walks up with this girl or woman, and she knows Henry. And we get just a brief explanation that this is Jade. This is the one he let go so she could go live her life. And Henry is a single dad, and he apparently, it sounds like he adopted his son, if I'm remembering correctly, but we don't have really any information on how this came about. So I am super, super eager for this book. I can't wait.
Okay. So the next book I have on my list was another one that I'd had before. It was in October and it got moved to December. So that is The Darkness We Hide by Bren Ford. This is going to be out on December 13th. And this is a dark dystopian cult story. So if you guys remember, Bren Ford wrote the Ember Glen trilogy, which is probably going to be my #1 for the year. And so I cannot wait to jump into this one. Nothing says Christmas. Like,
say the name of yours again.
The Darkness We Hide.
Okay.
Why? Do you have that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are you done?
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Mine is called The Loyalties We Break. I believe that sounds so like similar.
It does, yeah.
Okay, this is by Caitlin Taylor. We just had her over on do an author interview with us, so make sure you go check that out. That's already out. She's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Go check it out. So this is part of her Alpha Elite series. We met her at Love in Seattle like almost 2 years ago at this point. And I got this book from her because she convinced me that even though this is like a love triangle, I will pick right and I will enjoy it. So I got it. And then unfortunately, I love to buy books and they go on my shelf. And I completely forgot I had it until we saw her in Vegas. And I'm like, wait, I have this book at home. So here I have pulled it out and we're going to read it. We are going to read it.
Wait, you got to turn your pocket? What's up with that?
That's such a weird saying. So his best friend wants his ex-girlfriend back. He's happy for her until he decides that maybe he wants her for himself.
Yeah. Was that your donkey I just heard?
Yes.
Cool.
We're recording a little late and it is getting dangerously close to getting dusk out. So it is their dinner time, they think.
Yes. Yeah. Well, let's get this going. Okay. So the next book that I have, this is an audio release. The book is already out, but this is Brutal Ambition by Sam Mariano. I think this was her latest release that she had earlier in the year. The audio comes out on December 10th. And this is basically masked man, dark situation. It's Sam Mariano, guys. So we know it's going to be great. There's not a lot I can say because, I mean, let's be honest. It's Sam Mariano. The audio's coming out. I'm on it. I don't think she has audio for any of her books. Like, she's not someone who typically does audio, so I'm really excited to see if there's audio for this one.
Okay, my next one is a new to me author. This is Hope Rising by Vanessa Sheets. Grace is kidnapped, and when she gets kidnapped, it's more like adult napped, but whatever.
Lady napped.
She's pregnant, and I don't know if she knows that she's pregnant, but so she ends up having her baby, Mariah. And then Declan moves in next door to where Grace and Mariah are being held captive. And he becomes their ally in escaping.
Okay.
I'll wait to read that.
Okay.
It sounds like it's going to be angsty.
Okay. All right. Well, my next book that I have is another audio release. This releases on the 31st of December. I've applied for the ALC and I hope I get it. But this is Heartless Beloved by Lola King. This is the third book in her North Shore series. This one is about Zai. I think it's how you say it. It's X-I. So I think it's Zai. And he has a thing for the rich ladies, even though he's a poor boy from the poor side of the tracks that belongs to this gang. And so that is where he gets involved with our heroine, Alexandra, who is the senator's daughter. And kind of snowballs from there. So I love this series. So I'm all over it.
Okay. My next one is Inevitable by Jenna Hartley. This is, she's interning for her dad's best friend, who also happens to be her childhood crush. She wants him.
All right.
That's obviously going to cause a lot of problems.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the next book I have is Sugarwood by Bren Ford. Oh, I got 2 Bren Ford books on my TBR. I just realized that. This is her Hansel and Gretel retelling.
Hansel?
Hansel and Gretel.
It's not Hansel.
It's Hansel.
Hansel.
It's Hansel. Hansel and Gretel retelling. So it is an MFM though. So
my next one is The Truth About Heartbreak by B. Celeste. This is, I've read the next two books in this series, so I'm going to go back and read the very first book. So this is River. She fell in love with Everett when she was 13. He was much older. He's mysterious and unattainable. And then at some point, there's a night between the two of them, with the only problem being he is already somebody else's.
Okay.
I'm hoping for some angst this month. I've been craving some angst.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of angst, this one might have it too. So the next book that I have on my list is Hope After Loss by Amber Kelly. This is about our heroine who is pregnant, and she's been with her high school sweetheart for many years, and something happens to him. And instead of like moving back home, they decide to move to a different town, her and her new baby. And when they get there, she meets this guy, and he's not what they were looking for, but apparently he's what they need, kind of a situation. So this sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, next up I have What We Keep by Jennifer Milliken. I'm probably really butchering
that's how I've always heard it, Milliken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be a very emotional story. So again, I'm on my quest for angst. And it's about Avery is rescued by didn't write his name down.
Oh, well.
No, Avery is the guy. Sorry. Avery rescues her.
Okay.
Then they get married and have this like fairy tale like marriage until everything starts to unravel. So this is like marriage and crisis couple, but it's supposed to be very emotional. So I haven't really read very many. My thing keeps thumping that and shaking it. I have not read very many. Sorry, it's like rolling back now. There we go. I have not read very many marriage and crisis type books, like where the couple's already like the journey of them, and that's where the conflict comes in. So I'm excited to try this one.
Okay. So the next book I have, it was sent to me this week by Kay Webster, and that is Heath. And this is by Kay Webster and Nikki Ash, and I can't wait to jump into this one. It is a dark Wuthering Heights retelling, hence the name Heath, Heathcliff. I love Wuthering Heights. It is tragic and angsty and just so friggin' good. I have high hopes for this. I mean, it's Kay Webster, so I have high hopes for this. And life's it's so pretty. I really want to. Yeah. Okay.
All right. My next book is Alcoholia Later by Heather M. Orgeron. And this one, I think you've read it. This is about Raven. Raven has had a crush on Nicholas. He's the drummer for this famous rock star band. And then she ends up going to college, like I think it's with his cousin, and she ends up getting to meet him and they become friends. She is still crushing hard on him. He's still living his rock star lifestyle. And then he's going to end up being a dad, and she's the back of the book actually says, and she's the one left holding the diaper bag. So I am very excited to read this. And the cover is not bad to look at. Yeah, which reminds me, you owe me a public apology for the whole cover model thing, because I do not have multiple copies of any books I do not have multiple books with the same cover model.
The same cover model.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who does?
I do.
Thank you.
Actually, I don't know that I do. Who do I have multiple copies of?
You told me you did.
No, I don't remember.
Did. I have the text messages.
I don't remember who it was then.
Anyway.
All right. Now that Mandy got that out of the way.
Thank you.
The next book I have on my list is Virtuous Lies by Hallie Jenner. I have never read anything by this author, but this book sounds really good. It's mafia, it's dark, it's arranged marriage, and apparently our heroine is trying to save her sister. And in order to do that, she's being forced to marry the family's enforcer. So we'll see.
All right.
Okay.
My next one is One Sweet Lie by Whitney G. She's just dropping off some cupcakes to the grumpiest billionaire in Manhattan. And somehow she ends up being offered a nanny position. I'm not sure how this works out. So she ends up being the nanny for the grumpy billionaire. You know how like a good nanny book goes? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I've had this book, A Vow of Hate by Lila James, on my TBR and in my Kindle for years now. And I still have not read it because I was kind of waiting for some audio, but it never has come out. So I am going to read it this month. This is a marriage of convenience is what it sounds like. An arranged marriage, sorry, is what it sounds like. But it sounds extremely angsty. She says, he's no Prince Charming. He didn't come to save me, and he vowed there would be no happily ever after. So this is supposed to be very, very angsty, probably mafia. It just looks so good. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. Like it was the talk for a while in some of our groups. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next, I have a Jennifer Hartman book that I didn't even know existed. Claws and Feathers.
Yeah, I downloaded that too.
So all I know is she's orphaned, betrayed, and estranged from her siblings. Mm-hmm. She's abducted and held captive until she's rescued by Cooper. And he, to figure out what's going on, has to like unravel this mystery. He has to start digging into like her past and getting into her secrets. Okay. That's really all I know, but I'm going to assume Jennifer Hartman's probably going to knock it out of the park.
Jennifer Hartman.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So for my last book, I have Baby for the Boss Hole by Nadia Lee. This one is a boss situation. So it sounds like our heroine is like his secretary and he's a complete asshole. And she's finally had
it. What gave that away?
Well, the whole boss hole thing. The back of the book. Duh. So one night she's had it. It's like almost midnight. She's like had the worst day at work and she's been there all day. And she goes in to give him her resignation and be like, I'm out of here. When she opens the door, she finds him having a little bit of fun with himself and saying her name. And it doesn't lead her into leaving. It leads her into other things that gets her knocked up. But the boss guy wants to do the right thing by her and marry her. So, and she's like,
okay.
Yeah, never going to happen.
Okay, so my next one is a duet. This was actually the first thing I put on my TBR, in my TBR journal. So if you don't have a TBR journal, get this on your Christmas list because these are fantastic. Mm-hmm. I actually put it at the end of my TBR because I wanted to make sure, because apparently I thought maybe I'd have 14 new releases in the month of December. I don't know. I try and write my books like that. So anyways, so this is Double Vision and Perfect Vision by L.M. Halloran. And this is about Eden. Eden returns to the Pacific Northwest for middle school when she sees her doppelganger at a party. And this apparently shreds everything that she knows about herself, about life and everything. And her one stable is Liam. But Liam apparently is not only, according to the back of the book, a master in the bedroom, he's also a master of lies. So I feel like this is going to be really, really good.
Okay.
Very excited for this duet.
All right. Okay. So there you go. There's all the books we hope to get to in December.
There's all the books we will get to in December. I'm doing it. I got So Close last month. I'm going to do it this time.
You say that every month.
I got 14. I've never gotten that
I know.
close.
I think you could do it. I'm just saying, you say you're going to do it every month. So we'll see. I'm never going to give that promise. Too moody. Way too moody. That's right. All right. So that's it.
I typed out a plan.
I'm not surprised.
It's happening.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I fly by the seat of my pants. I can't do that.
All right. Tell us what is on your December TBR. Mm-hmm. There is a lot of new releases that we did not cover during this video. I will put a short out that has a lot of new releases, but tell us what you're planning on reading for the month of December. We want to hear all about it. And make sure you check back on Mondays Mondays, Thursdays, and Friday. Oh
Saturday.
And make sure you check back on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for new videos from us, and also hit that notification button because we like to drop surprise videos on Wednesdays. And we have a very exciting author interview coming up.
Yeah, we do. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.